I'm here with my new friend, Pat Jennings. He's our first member to actually ever show up at Timbertown and get himself some personal lessons. And then he drives up in his truck after driving 9-10 hours last night to get here. Look at what he has got in the back of his truck. Every tool that I have ever mentioned on any video, he has got every one. And look, they're all brand new. I can't wait to use these things. So he's here for a couple of days and we're gonna build some stuff, get him set up. But today, this man didn't just buy these tools, he also bought himself a crane, just like mine. So we're gonna do a lesson today about actually swinging some beams, running your crane. Gonna be fun. So when you're drilling,
Nice.
cool, to actually engine in It's old. I think they
Oh my goodness.
I know. We'll swing the beams and you'll have some fun later.
There you go.
Now, Pat actually has used his truck and doing the setup here, but it's the first time I've actually let anybody ever touch my crane. So we're really going to get set up here, and you can see we're sitting crooked here, which we really want to first level out. So I'll start it up for you. What I would do is I would actually start, you could run your outriggers if you want to set them up in either front or the back, but I'd try to start to level this truck off.
So you do the back first so that it kind of lifts
It kind of eases. I have sometimes, we actually have to lift this quite a bit.
Oh.
What I would do is I would come kind of straight up, turn around, and then we'll set them here. If you want, you flip this switch down.
Okay.
It's touchy.
Yeah.
So you have to, you know, even on there. This is going to be your winch down. So
winch down.
Put your jib boom out. You definitely have to remember for when you're drilling, what you're doing best. Now just drop the hook, push it up. I wasn't lying when I said you're the first person I ever let touch my crane. Let's see how it goes, if my decision was good or not.
So far, so good.
What?
This is really nice. I can't believe I got this. I just got to get it fixed so it's working right.
But you see where the angle of this crane is, it's going to want to bring the beam over here.
So I'm going to have to go up with it.
You want to go back a little bit?
Okay.
Rotate back. Other way.
Other way.
Now start booming down. It's going to be this, yep, front toggle. So what I would do now is I would actually take, you want your intermediate boom to actually bring it out more. So you're going to start pushing this, and it's going to start bringing us where we need to be. I'm going to tell you where to stop, and then we'll just rope down where we need to be.
Down?
Boom down to me a little.
Boom down?
First, yep. Okay, rope down.
Rope down.
All the way down.
Down.
Hey, that was pretty successful, Jay. So what you need to do is we need to boom up and then swing over and we'll grab the next one. How'd we do? I got a little bit where that one sank. Right there. So I might just put a steel shim. I'm gonna put the whole frame together. Right. Oh shit, Jay, these are heavy. You do that all day long, Jay? That's heavy. Okay, rope down. So you want to rope up.
Go up.
See how well I rigged it. There he goes. Takes a little getting used to, like that Atari video game. I mean, the beauty part about this is you're able to spin them everywhere.
Yeah, I know. That's.
You can start the rope down.
Got to come out a little bit.
Nope, you're perfect. You're perfect. Perfect, brother. Okay, so you're gonna actually boom up, swing over. We're gonna get the next one. A little more. Perfect. Okay, let's rotate. Yup. Yup. Keep coming. Yup. A little bit more. Okay.
Watch the tails, yeah. Down.
Let's rope down. See what happens. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll rope up and
Okay,
let's
rope
get the
up.
last one. Operator gets no breaks. I don't realize how fast it goes with a third guy, Jet. Well, maybe a new second guy. I'll let you use the crane next, Jay. I gotta watch the video, Jay, to see where the top was, where it was together. Was it on the left or the right? You can actually boom down some and then we'll swing over. Okay. You're gonna have to rope up. You're okay. Let's use the rope now and not the boom.
Go up a little bit.
No,
You good?
just rope down. Yep. Yep. Keep coming. Bingo. Well, there's the mainframe set. My wife's gonna
Learning.
love you. Getting this project done faster than we normally would have. I'm just tightening this up, squaring this on our foundation, Jay. We shouldn't have too much of a problem with this, Jay, should we?
You want another one on the other?
It was pre-fit. Are we not touching somewhere? Right there. 4 inches here. I'm just squaring this off. We're darn close, Jay. Cabin foundation. This cabin looks bigger. Wait till we put the roof on this thing. Holy smokes. I might have to move in here, Jay.
What you got there, Dan?
I know. I just got ourselves some new toys. These are called steel podgers. And actually one of my followers sent me a picture of them and I begged him to sell me a few. Next thing I know, in the mail, he sent me a pack of these. And these are actually perfect for when you want to set your beams, or if you're doing any of your set work or making a rafter. You don't actually have to drive the peg in and drive the peg out. You can do all your set work, check everything, lock them together.
We needed those a few years ago.
We definitely needed them on the last frame, Jay. So there's how that actually works. And everything sits and fits together.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
So now we don't have to drut Jay.
That's something else.
It is something else.
What a great idea.
So you being a builder, right? You know about squaring your building,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you? Okay. How about hold the tape measure for me and let's check to see if our
Corner to
foundation
corner.
is square before we go any further.
Inside.
Outside corner.
Outside corner.
It was the same that it was on the table, Jay. Let's see if this side's the same. That just went together square. No need for messing around with that, my friend.
Wow.
Before we actually pin it, though, we're going to actually put the joists in. Make sure everything's tight. Drive our pins, and this thing's done. Even more. Okay.
Down.
Rope down.
Up.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pinch your finger. Up.
Are we right where we want to be?
Yeah. Yep. There it goes.
There we go.
Wow.
So rope down. Yep. You gotta love that.
Gosh, that thing fits like a glove.
That fit like a glove, Jay. Did you use a jig or what? Was the jig is up? Okay, one more beat, my friend. We're done. Crane guy gets to go home early. A little more. Okay, rope down. Okay. How are you? You going in?
Yeah.
Hang on one sec. We're gonna need that hammer, I think. Oh.
Going down again.
Yeah, we're back. Come down just a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, guys. Man, I can't believe how these fit.
Okay, rope down.
Up,
Down,
down. Look at that.
You like that big hammer, Dan?
I love that big hammer, Jay. There you go, my friend. Dovetail foundation.
Wow. I can't believe how tight that is. That's amazing.
We didn't even put the pegs in yet.
No, no.
You feel the tension in, in the peg.
Feel that thing really getting tight. Well, this one wants to twist.
It's going to start pulling everything. You might. That's why we brought you here, to finish off these pegs.
Right, there you go.
My arm thanks you.
We probably, see at this point, I don't actually mess with that. And what we'll do is we'll put one in each corner. Before we go around.
Oh yeah, it's splitting already.
Yep. So.
Oh.
Stop and then go to the metal hammer. You know, it's like you'll feel it or hear it.
You think I might have cracked that one when it beat?
That happens all.
If you beat, it does happen. We're actually almost all the way in to begin with. I'd probably stop with that one at that point when it's getting that hard.
Because then you're just splitting them. Oh.
Podger release.
Oh, look at that.
Jay, wait.
Hold on, let's see it again. Let's see it again.
Podger release.
Oh my goodness.
You got a lot. I actually thought we might.
That
Let's
has
check
gotta
this
be
one out. Is it
perfect.
another Podger release? Oh, wait. It's like taking a mayonnaise jar off, Jay. That my wife didn't tighten.
That's right. Sledgehammer seems to really work. I mean, you feel that? It feels better.
Oh yeah.
It does. And everybody yells, like, why are you hitting it with a metal hammer? Well, I'm hitting it because it actually is better for the peg.
Yeah, pegs last longer.
That's it. That's it. We're in the bottom when you bottom down onto the...
All right, Pat, you owe us a new peg.
I mean, we literally built this 3 hours, and I filmed every step of what I did, how I set the jig up.
Really?
So really,
Yeah, that was with the routing. That's all the measuring. That's everything.
from cutting, we had the beams made and I just put them up, sized them, cut them off my mill.
This is what kills me. Jeez. And then you go here.
Dead nuts, right?
Yeah. You just can't believe it. It's like,
It won't
oh,
be.
cutting that thing just perfect.
So you cut you see what I'm talking about? That it doesn't, you can probably show that. You can see that we're not, you know, it's a little bit closer here.
Yeah.
Over there, it's not.
Like here,
See,
this
we
one
have
here,
a hair of a space in there.
Yeah.
So when you make your first router, you make your piece, and then you're actually measuring your face. So then I mark on my beam. You can actually still see my mark sitting here. That's where my face needed to be.
Okay.
Okay, so then I set the jig to cut at that, which is actually, if you look at it, it's less than an inch
Yeah.
by just a hair.
Yeah, it's like
So
15,
you can't
16.
just go, hey, plus 2 inches.
Yeah.
You actually have to measure so that the face and everything sits tight together.
Wow. Yeah.
And as it gets, you can see, you can't pull that out.
No, that's not
It's-
coming out. And the thing about it is, on a floor, it's going to make that thing so solid that floor is not going to be like you're walking on concrete.
Correct. I mean, honestly, right now, we would take a 6 or 8 inch timber screw and just screw it in.
Really?
Screw it in.
Do you pre-drill it or
We
just?
do pre-drill them because
Yeah.
it's oak.
Yeah, it's split.
Some of the timber screws we've been getting, they have like the drill end on them. So you just put them in, they've had no problem. And
Really?
the oak
Really?
hickory we were using them through.
The other ones we had trouble.
Day 2 with my friend Pat Jennings of the membership program. We're actually doing a timber frame. Look at this. This man, he brought, this is almost like a tool warehouse show, brand new. I was asking him, like, do you really want 2 guys to actually run these tools?
We're using them today.
We're using them today. Now, I met him over at the Dovetail cabin building, Paul Bunyan, and we actually, yesterday, we set the Dovetail frame for it, so why not build the rafters and get this building finished? So he's in it from start to finish, and he's ready to go.
Yep.
So we're going to be able to test brand new. Nothing shiny. So we're gonna do some mortising. We're gonna use his cutting machine. We're gonna do some doweling. We're gonna do everything today. So let's get to it, Pat.
All right, fantastic.
Now what we did is make sure we crowned the top. So if you don't know that, when the beam is gonna have a small bow to it, you want to make sure it goes to the top. You mark your top. You want to make sure that that's how you're doing your pattern. This is as easy as this is gonna get. I'm flush to the top, so I know that my top's gonna be right. So you know right there where my mark is, that's actually gonna be the end or the tip of the rafter.
Okay. So you're going to have a,
So what we're doing at this point now is we're gonna actually make a mortise, and the next piece is gonna have a tenon, and we're gonna slip it in, and that's where everything's gonna get pinned together.
Okay.
And this is really the point where, you know, you want to do your joinery. I bet if we moisture test this, it's going to have quite a bit. You're probably going to be down 25,
25.
20,
Okay.
somewhere in that area. The center's still going to be wet, but these definitely have been milled 4 months and been air drying in the dry. But it's really still a green timber, and it is still drying. So when we're done, we're going to cut all the things. We're going to wax all our ends, wax all our joints. So right here, we're going to do a 2-inch tenon, so that's the width that we're actually looking to do.
You get a 6-inch beam, so it'd be 2 and 4, right?
There you go. So a real, for me, and I'm measuring off. Every time we measure them, we do the next one. Even though our beam it's about perfect, 6 inches
Yeah, it
here.
is.
You make sure that you actually use this on both of the same sides, so that if the beam maybe is 7 3/4, a little bit smaller, it's going to line up. They're going to stay flat to one another.
Okay.
If you go vice versa, and one of the beams is a 1/4 inch difference, your beams are not going to line up like
Okay.
that
All right.
into the mortise, and keep it tight. So we need to actually get your 2-inch chisel, and we need to get your mortiser over
All
here,
right,
and we'll
all
get to going.
You got to take the twisty ties off the things.
That's no joke, man. This is brand new stuff.
Hey Pat, you still got the you still got a zip tie on.
Oh yeah, there's a zip tie on there.
Come off there.
Okay, so do you want to do this? Or-
Yep.
All right.
Can.
So before you do your mortise here, because the way the chain's going to do, if you take your chisel and you actually just score your edges right there. Use your 2-guys hammer. It's oak. You can hit it. So there you go. That'll stop any of the, when you're cutting, any of the fraying of the wood.
Okay.
Believe it or not, your chisel will be one of your most accurate
Yeah.
small cuts, finishing.
Okay.
So even with timber framing, even with our chain mortiser and our power tools and stuff like this, you were going to use this chisel quite a bit. So I'm going to let you set it up. I'm going to show you. If you lean over, you're looking at your guide right here.
Yep.
So you want to get it onto your 0, and that's going to be where the face of the blade. No. You see this 0 on the...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then you've got your line from your mortise. So that 0 is actually...
Like that?
You probably... I'd say like that.
Okay.
Now we're fit right here. So at this point, you can lock your machine down. Push it down.
Oh, down.
Okay, so this is where you were moving first. This is how you're going to adjust your blade to where you want to be. So before, we're not even plugged in, so that's good. Before you even do that, you want to take your blade and you want to check, am I on my line? What do you say?
I'd say it needs to come in a little bit.
You're right. That's exactly. So just move it in a little bit. And you're always looking. I know Jay's always looking. If you see these teeth, you have one that's in, one that's out, one that's in. So when you do your check, make sure you're picking the tooth.
Oh, I see.
You see what I mean? They're all offset.
Yep.
Now we want to do, you want to do a 5 1/4 inch deep pocket. That's what you want to do. So now you've got your blade set right here. All you do is set your gauge. I know it has numbers on it. So I just measure down. Here's your stop. So where your stop is going to hit here. Just measure down to your 5 1/4 inches. So you're just going down just a little bit more so that our 5-inch tenon has room between it, because you're cutting round and as you go along. So all you're going to do is you're going to right now take this. We're going to just plunge it down till you hit here.
Okay.
And then we'll hit the 2nd and 3rd stage and then just continuously remove what you need. Safety glasses.
Yep.
For you chip people. See, there is PPE.
This is Pat's first plunge.
Let's see.
Pat's first plunge.
I don't even have to turn the thing on.
Okay. Right here.
Okay.
Over your trigger so you get it rolling. You get used to this thumb.
Okay.
Doing your release. And then don't just drop it, ease into... Let go of it now until you get used to it.
Now you put this one.
So you open up and you're going to click one position. And you can see what I'm talking about before you hit the trigger. Is you see how the blowout of the wood?
Okay, yeah.
If you didn't score over here, you could end up with a bad joint.
Okay.
Or a bad looking joint.
Okay, all right.
You can actually just pull it.
I can just tilt it now? Oh, okay.
It's really the lock.
Okay, all right.
Thanks, Jay. Until you get used to it, and then you're going to click this, bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's ready for the sweep. He saw the sweep video.
Yeah.
So you just come down, bring it all the way, and then just pivot it.
Okay.
She's done.
All right.
So
now you just move it over.
We're going to move it over to the other pocket. All right, so let's drop, not hit the trigger.
Yeah, just drop and look at it. Oh, wrong side.
I just moved you in a little bit. I think you're ready to go. Don't want to lock it next time, or in your conscience, in your practice to what you're doing, you can keep this down and just
pivot.
Just give it a pivot,
okay,
and then be able to go. But you need to know you're holding the machine. Now you just pull this lever, and it's going to give you.
Oh, wow!
It'll give you the depth of the. It actually should have taken more. When we're done with this, I'm going to set this for you for the thickness of your chain. You can make this amount move more. You see, it only moved about half.
Instead of trying to pull.
Right. At the end, you you use your muscle to release the pressure of the hook of that.
All right.
And it'll get smoother for you.
Yeah, the more I do. Oh, yeah. You're going to get me going here.
That's right. We're going to get you going. Okay, so really, we just want to actually take the whole machine and we want to just flip it around.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right, so it's not that big a deal. Okay, lock her down. If you do it, I might err on the side of caution and go further into the joint.
Okay, because you can
and then if I go down and I'm like, all right, I'm not exactly where I want to be, I'd reset it. Brand spanking new.
Ah, look at that.
There you go.
All right, these big saws, when you first get them, what you're actually looking to do, you want to make sure that you're actually cutting square.
Okay.
So a lot of times when you get in here, your fence is not square with your. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've had guys. I bought that saw. Everything's on square. What do I do? Okay, if you hold this back down here for me, what you're looking to do is actually make sure you get your blade to square. Then we dropped right in. If you come here and look at your gauge right here, and you can see where your 0 is.
Yeah.
That's where your 0 is going to have to be. There's not something that I can change the numbers on.
You can put it down the side of the log and look and see how.
And quite honestly, it's dead center of the 0 line.
Really?
It is. So you know that these things are only going to be able to cut 6 1/8 inches deep. For rafters like this, it's perfect. You do it in one pass, an 8x8, you're going to have to cut it and then flip it
around.
Now the smallest this thing goes is like 3 1/4. So anything under than that, you need to run a smaller saw.
Okay.
I'll do the 3s, and then if I get lower than that, 2 1/2, 2 3/8, I'll use a normal circular saw. But if I can get 2 or 3 saws, I'm doing a project, and I'm cutting 6s, I'm cutting 4s, I'm cutting 3s, I'll have 3 different saws set up, so I don't have to keep setting them up, and they're all the same. Now, when you're doing a 45, you're gonna notice too, on this, if you notice all the time, it feels like it's going through really hard. It's this guard. You actually have to pick it up as you go, especially like if you're cutting this 45 angle right here. Yeah. You actually have to be the guide of that. Okay. It'll want to get caught. Yeah. As you're going through here. Wow. I mean, simple as I actually come up, I bring my saw to where I want to be, and I get my blade
on 0 there.
I'm going to get my blade, and I'm using my eye, and a lot of times it'll be like sometimes I have to cut on the outside of the line, the inside of the line, so I'm going to set my saw where I want to be, which you're pretty darn close there. I'm going to take my thumb. I'm going to have that. Right about there? Yes. You're not going to probably not put it here. If you can get your hand up here to hold, once you get to that point, you'll be okay before you pull the trigger, which good. We're not plugged in yet. Yeah. This guide right here, if you can't get to the front guide, once you get started, what I do is start really slow, make sure my blade's where I want to be, and then I'm kind of always looking at my tracking right here. Okay. If you want to lean over, you can read the front one. I find
I see you can line the 2 of them up.
You really can, and that's going to help you get started. If you've got the 2 of those started, pull the trigger and give it a run. Okay.
drop.
Now, I'm going to tell you, with this big blade here, I mean, it looks like a smooth cut. I think you know, when you were coming off, when you were driving, you actually were coming off the line.
Yeah.
And then you tried to readjust that saw. This blade is too big, and you heard it start to drag on you.
I should have been.
You can actually back out.
If I looked off to the side, you can actually see the blade.
That's how I watch. I watch the blade as it's cutting, and
I was trying to watch,
and then I focus both back and forth to make sure that I'm doing. But by turning it, you. What's this?
Yeah, it's not straight.
It's not perfectly straight. Here, right here, as you can see.
Yep, that's where
I mean, is it that close enough for concrete where I need to be?
Yeah.
Yes. I was just trying to give you. You can feel it in the saw.
Yep.
That it's not the.
Yeah.
Right.
All of a sudden, I saw the correction. I went, oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you could always, you know, I try to do it with a steady hand. You can back out and then maybe realign yourself and come at it, but you're never gonna. If you start losing, you're going to lose. Sometimes I'll just finish the cut and either, you know, I'll recut it.
Yeah.
Refit it.
Good deal.
So this one's going to be a little bit easier for this. And your saw being so new, you feel how strong that spring is on that door.
Yeah.
It gives it a hard time. Like I'm always like, what the hell? I'm like, oh shit, I got to open my drawer. Being on a 90 when you're going to cut, because you're going to come from this side. Now here with this saw, or the big saws, you change where you're actually cutting from. Like if you were standing over here, the saw would not be right. Because your plate, you want this big plate to be riding on your flats. If I came around over here, you're only going to be riding like an inch and a half. Your cut's going to come out on square, or has a chance to come out on square. And I'm always kind of just making sure my plate is running in, and I just run my machine flat. Small cut like that. That's why I had the front of your saw. You need to, you were dropping the back of the saw. And that will have a tendency to start giving you unsquare cut. So that's the reason I was pushing down on the front of this to try. This plate is really everything that's going to keep yourself square.
So I should have been like,
you want to be, you want to be cognizant of being right on that plate. So I started doing this. Yes.
Well, you're cutting at an angle then too.
You could be. You were not cutting on an angle. You were just leaning it down. That's why I picked it up from the back to help leave the pressure.
I've never used a big saw like this.
So yes, it's heavy. I'm not going to lie. And you can always come and check. So your saw is cutting pretty darn square. Because we have such a small end, you should actually be cutting right where I'm sitting so that you're flat.
Yep, that's right.
That's something you gotta remember, and you'll see me on the sawmill dancing from side to side. And that's really the reason.
Cool.
So on this one, try to leave the line. Cut onto the outside. I'll give you a J mark.
I like that J marks.
Perfect. And now our pockets are ready. Bing, bang, boom. Now we got dust on Big Red.
Yeah.
Came through strong, bro.
Thanks, Dan.
This is actually pretty simple. So you want to mark your holes out. Now we're doing 5-inch tenons. So what I would do with a 5-inch tenon is we're going to come to the center so that our center lines of our drill marks are going to be at the 2.5 mark. I have an 8-inch beam here. You literally could come in to your 2-inch, your 6-inch, and that's where your holes are going to be for your center of your piece. Now, me normally, or like this, we're going to have this one to do, the next one to do. A lot of times we'll have 10 or 11 of them. We're actually just setting this up, and you can actually get to your gauge here. Now, there's 2 ways. I'd say this is the 3rd and 4th new tool of the day with the owl bit He's got the smooth cut owl bit as well, you owl bit people. I don't know how many. Unpackage us, man.
Yeah,
It's
there
your
we
toy.
go.
So the two ways you can do it. If you know your metric system perfectly, you could do it. I've got everything down to an inch, so I might just put my bit exactly where I want to be.
Okay.
And that's it. Slap
Push
your
this
jig
in, tighten these.
Yep. So now all your holes are going to be symmetrical, and you can use your line up right here.
Okay.
The second lineup is that you don't want to just blow this thing through the beam.
Yeah.
Because what'll happen is you'll have a blowout on the other side,
So
even though it's ultra smooth. So
Barely.
I'm already through, so I want to come back just where the tip's going to come out. This gauge right here.
This one here, tighten,
Loosen.
loosen.
Slide it up to that. Ooh, hang on, let me check again. We're good.
Tighten.
Yep. So there you go. Now you have your depth gauge set, and you have your pattern set.
Oh wow, perfect.
So here you go, my friend.
Oh there. Oh, it's got spring. It's got a.
well right here,
Yeah.
if you want to.
It's got a
Right here,
spring.
this is your spring adjustment here.
Okay.
And what it's going to help you do is it might feel like you have to push down, but
That's
it's going to
okay.
help you bring it
Bring it
back
back
out.
up. Okay, that's good. Wow, cuts like butter.
See, now you're punching through the pocket,
Okay.
and then right here it's going to stop on you. So now we're at our depth. The spring helps easy for you to pick it
Unbelievable.
up. I usually just knock
Shake
the
it off.
dust off. Same.
Thanks for helping me get them dirty, Dan.
There you go, buddy.
I can see why you want this thing.
Yeah. Your holes are perfect. You're done.
Yeah.
And that's oak.
And that's
Yeah.
oak. So
Wow.
think about it that going through pine. And just look at the hole, how clean
Yeah.
it cuts.
Oh yeah. That
So
thing
you
is-
can see here where like the blow
tears
through.
out. You won't have that on the back side
won't
because
have that.
we've got the drill over there.
He even went, owl people, he went with the small bit as well. All you're going to be doing, we can do it this way if it's easier for you.
No, that's all right.
Now you just get it in the hole. We good?
Yeah.
I would
have-
stop.
Get some
Yes.
stuff on it, or
Pop, that's stopping you from cutting. Even though that's a knot, it's going to go right through it. And there you go.
Wow.
So that's how you get
Look at how
two fresh,
nice that
clean
is.
holes. Rafter 1 made.
Yeah.
We're going to knock the rest out.
I think I need to go a little deeper.
So you remember with the layout, we're actually coming off of our face, marking the 2 inches so that the boards are actually going to line.
Okay.
You got that. You got our 2. We
And then
got
the
our
5.
4. And then we can actually, we don't even actually have to measure the 5 because our saw is at the 5. I mean, we will when I make the cross cut. So instead of taking it to your sawmill, your big red, you can sit here and just make your tenons.
That's good too. It's a skill saw, which is good.
It's a skill saw.
Made a few of them, haven't you?
Yeah. It's good to square right around. So we're only 5 inches deep. We're gonna go that just under that 5. The beam itself is just a little bit.
Yep.
You see what I mean? So
Yep,
the
yep.
line is actually.
Yep.
We should have our set. It's a hair bigger because we were shorter on the last one. It's a good idea to check that for every cut.
Yep, yep.
So this is the only difference between those. Those get the mortise holes, and these are actually your
Tenon.
tenon pieces. So you should be able to take your Japanese saw that you got.
Yep.
What do we got? We tested out the Curry today, the Japanese pull saws.
There you go. Pull the guides off of it.
So you're actually going to come in from here. This one needs a little sawing. I'm sorry. That thing doesn't seem to be cutting very well.
Let me try the other side, maybe.
This is the first time we've tried this.
Try this one.
Okay. I think we got this guy done.
We'll try this.
We actually have to flip him. Yeah, we'll flip him and let's try that one.
We got another new one.
The teeth look so big on that. That one looks like dealing with oak.
Really? Think the little one's going to be better?
Let's just give us. You can see where the saw didn't cut perfectly flat with us.
What do you need?
A little hammer, Jay. These are heavy chisels. These are heavier than my Torbies.
Really? Flip it?
Yep. Not like doing that all day. I'm gonna check both ways because last time we were a hair bit different. Let's try that big saw. Should just have to come in this way.
More like a pine saw.
Tip needs to come more.
This way?
Yeah,
Here.
like this way.
Oh, that way? Okay.
Yep. When you're doing it, you should be looking. You see your past.
Oh, yeah, pass.
So you can actually use your saw, watch what you got so that you don't do too bad of an overcut.
There you go. Now everything's been used.
There you go.
I like that saw.
That one actually worked a lot better. You're watching one end of it where
Yeah, we should have been watching both ends.
both ends. So the only thing we actually have to do is do the round over. Remember
Oh, yeah.
with the wood bit that you bought? So you're just trying to make yourself the round. You don't actually have to follow my line. I tried to. Pretty good. I think that's perfect. Now, if you had this, I mean, it might be aggressive. I probably wouldn't sand the edge with this because that's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
And normally we just chamfer the corner.
What is that, 60 or 30? 60?
40.
40.
It depends on what comes out of the box. We have a box of each one. Honestly, they all work pretty good, especially right out of the box. plywood right here.
Hit all your corners, clean them up a little bit.
So really that tenon's ready to be fit into what we need to. Okay, so we're getting ready to cut the bird's mouth for the last section of this, and all we're doing is we need to gauge our saw. And because we're cutting on a 12-12 pitch, the beautiful part about this is you just put it on 45 degrees. You're gonna cut both ends,
Okay.
and you're perfectly square. So I'm just making a test cut. Now there's guys that have a lot of blocks. Like you could cut a lot of blocks, and they make it a gauge saw thing. So if you want 3.5, 3 inches, they'll make a whole bunch of cuts. They'll mark it. You could put your saw in, and then you'll always have a gauge to it.
Okay.
But by measuring at the bird's mouth there, we need to make a 3 3/4 inch depth cut. So I just come back, I mark my 3 3/4. Should be a pretty easy cut. We're going to stick the saw. You could even have one long line if you wanted to make your gauge and
Yep.
put a measurement stripe right on there.
Really?
All right, Cat.
That's enough of that, Cat. So we want to put this back in here. Get halfway to where your saw is right here. And you just want to gauge up your blade.
Okay.
So you're at that 3 3/4. And this 45 cut, it's different. You need to watch the blade. So really, when I did the layout and we had the bird's mouth pieces,
Yep.
I just transcribed what we had put on there. You line everything up and you just make one cut, and
So if you even do like 8 rafters, you can do them all 8 at a
I've
time.
done 20.
Have you done
If
20?
you can keep it together,
Straight,
and keep
yep.
it clamped together.
Okay.
You know, with a bunch of them, they're actually going to stick.
Okay.
And the problem, I say it's a problem, but you have to move this guard. You have to be the guard mover. That's kind of what happened over there.
Okay.
You cut like butter, Jay.
Nice.
Now there is a guide here on the 45 when you're cutting, but none of the other angles.
Okay.
I'm still really watching the blade, and it seemed. Why do you see how it kicks?
Yeah.
when
When you turned it on, it just bucked.
it just bucked. So that's why I'm back, making sure
Level.
you're flat.
Looks better.
We're all closer. We might just have to touch up with our little saw. I'm gonna finish it with this.
All right, go. Now you're going across and looking.
What's up?
So now you're going across and looking. That's what I didn't do earlier.
So there's still a fair amount of handwork.
Okay, you got to keep traditional.
Yeah.
I see him coming. You can almost hear the change in the tune. He's off.
I think I like the bigger saw better.
This saw works pretty good.
Yeah.
It does work good. I don't know how long. There's the bird's mouth cuts.
Put that right there in the middle.
Okay, so the rafters put together. Before we put where our pins are going to be, you're just going to reverse that. We're going to mark to do our draw bore. Yeah. And you got why you're going in reverse, right?
Yeah, you're
so
just marking.
Yeah, so the bit doesn't grab it and
Start drilling.
you kind of just got it. It's tight. That's what gives you the perfect hole, though. You know what I mean? Having the other bit. I bet you did.
That good?
Yes, it's good. So we're just going to pop this thing apart real quick. So the draw bar again, remember, we're going to come inside. Let me move this out of the way. We're going to drive it towards the shoulder. We're still in line. That one wants to go a little wild. Do you want to try to drill this?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
So you got to just remember when you're getting it up in there. So I'll just take it. We should be forward. It sticks itself now.
All right.
So, wow, going in pretty square. This we want to actually rock out.
Rock out.
Like that. Now you're the guy that has to keep it in that position. Perfect. Perfect. Now that's the hole you want to start in. Don't twist that. There you go. Just get it started. Okay. That's perfect. You want to lean out just a little bit. Good there. You good there?
Is it good?
Yeah. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get to try out the new podgers. We'll see how well the draw bar is going to draw this together without the strap.
Yep.
Ooh, it's going to draw it, Jay.
Let's see how she goes.
Ooh, it's going to draw it. I'm thinking that is my hole on the 2x4 though. It's not on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even get to hitting that.
You want me to pull this out a little bit?
Don't watch yourself yet.
Yeah, I think get my leg out first.
Yeah. And there you go. That's good. You can almost see the difference in the...
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
So that's how you draw a board to pull that together. Pull that over there, Jay. Let's see if we're at the right... That is really tight.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens on the way out. Oh, like mayonnaise jar.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
that's so much nicer.
Oh my God, it is. I almost want to put it all the way through, Jay, just to see. But you could see how much that squoze, if that's even a word. Is squoze a word? Squozed.
That's cool.
It is nice. I was worried that these would get stuck.
That's perfect.
Oh, man.
That's
It is
great
perfect.
design.
Okay, that's one of my new favorite tools.
It is one of our new favorites. So there you go. On day 2, buddy, you actually were able to build yourself rafters. We used Big Red. We used the drill. We used the mortiser.
Yep.
I thought it was great.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so Pat bought one of our dovetail jigs, and we're actually going to give it to him. For the first time, we're going to let him router out his own pocket, do his setup, and we'll see how well he likes this machine here. But real simple, when we get our lines and we know what we want to do, we always actually cut our beam pockets first. You just center line your dash, get us a clamp here on the bottom, which is going to hold your plate exactly where you need it to be. And you're going to take some screws. Screw this down. Let go, Jay. Okay, so you see how sturdy that plate
thing is
is
not
on
moving.
there. Now you take the router, and we have the depth already set. You're going to want to. You're basically, you're using a router in this direction. So you're just peeling. You're not really trying to go to the edge and follow this around.
Yeah.
What I do is I just peel out all the
center.
material And then I'm going to make one quick run right down my whole path.
Okay.
And make one clean cut.
Perfect.
It doesn't matter. You can't go too far. You can't. Either way,
Yeah.
it's going to work.
You just can't lift
But I
up.
just try to do it at the end. You're going to see you're going to get a bunch of buildup. So.
And the buildup is what we keep or make you lift out.
It could lift out. It'll slow the blade. It could actually block your guide from getting in. So I'm going to get halfway through. We're going to stop. We're going to pull the machine out, clean out the dust, and then do a final finish on it.
All right, cool.
So normally I do get it running. I get the machine running. I lock mine on, and then I usually do it like this, and then I just place it right down.
Oh, so you're doing it from that side?
No, I would do it right from the side that you're on.
All right.
Take a look. So you can kind of look and see what you got. Let's pull the whole unit out. You see how much sawdust you have in there?
No, man. It's just packed.
So you're doing fine. You are doing fine.
It wasn't
So just like it did, you can see you can't go too far.
Yeah.
But it wants to jump on you,
Yeah.
especially when you dig it. Right now, you're not going to have any more problem. You should be able to finish it. And you just got to worry about that clogging up right there for you guys.
So you're not getting the...
Yeah. But this is perfect. So you want to wait and, just continue to get this out. And then we'll just make one run right through here.
Okay. Get it down in there flat. All the way, or
You should be able to go all the way and finish here. So you still need to just come down here at the bottom.
I didn't even get to the bottom.
Get
I thought
to
I
the
was got to the bottom.
No, you haven't.
Okay.
So let's just get to that point clean. And then you're really trying to feel that guide run on your metal. And you should be able to feel. Let me have that little blower. Hang on one sec. Okay. Follow the guide up.
Over and come across.
Now you come across and get to the guide and just feel like you're following the guide metal. Feel the bottom corner.
I'm not pulling that thing out until that thing quits whining.
Okay. So if you look in here, and I can show you, when you can see, everything actually should be symmetrical. And you can see that maybe because of the sawdust or that you cleaned out, you want to try to, you're going to feel your guide go down. Just try to feel that corner, and make one
last pass.
all the way around. Make sure you're clean. That's it. You could see how you were feeling it. So if you wanted to check yourself, you could always make a few wraps around
Okay.
after, and it shouldn't cut anything. But I could already tell, and you could see how symmetrical your cut is, that
Okay.
you're really done. That's perfect pocket. So you
Good.
see, I know that a little stressful maybe the first time, but you could really make a lot of pockets very fast.
Because it's 1 inch in the...
Yeah, that's how I depth
quarter.
is, and then we're going to be 15/16 on our next piece there.
Okay.
So there's how you make the pocket. You could see that my beam is perfectly 6 inches.
Yep.
So I just actually here, let me get my straight pencil. There's the center of my beam.
Wow.
So it makes that pretty simple to get yourself squared out.
Wow.
You're good, Jay. We actually slip this right on top. So what I do is I'm bringing my plate and everything right there
in the middle
to the
of
center
your,
of those 2 screws.
That does make it easy.
I broke another bit, Jay.
Boy, they don't last.
So you know that that's flat. I mean, the most important part is you need to make that square.
Yep.
You have to have a nice fresh cut on that. So you know at least that you're centered with your pocket, you're centered with your other.
Then just getting that, this face here with the clamps here, huh?
Correct. So I bring my clamp in this direction. I take my 12-inch square, just like this, so you can see.
Oh, wow, we're way out.
I'm not touching it. So I just actually hold it. I'm pinching this clamp right now.
Perfect.
So you want to have that flat surface for you. You can actually, if need be, you can have it, but that's really how easy that is to put on. This one's a little bit different
because
all your
sawdust is going away
or at you in your face.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But me, what I do is I'm using my body. So I've actually got this in here. I'm holding the router in with my body. I'm trying to not go, hey, I want to make a ridiculous big fat cut. What I try to do is maybe use half the bit, and I want to go all the way around my outsides so that I have a nice straight cut.
Okay.
And then you can actually work from side to side. And then at the end, I'm going to make one smooth pass all the way around and clean them off.
Okay.
If you get it started, lean your body into the router and keeping that plate. The important part is to keep this plate flat on this plate. And now you're in the wood, so you can't, yes. Yes. Now you just want to take away the material.
What do you think?
It's pretty good. You had leaned a little bit.
I saw that. It had come over here, and it was starting to come on there, and it leaned in.
It leaned in.
So did it mess it up?
It didn't mess it up. Let me just see. I don't know if it's 100% flat.
I was pushing on it. It is. So there was a little bit.
A little bit. I didn't get it much there, but you know, for the purposes, you'll see how this works. Let's see how your first dovetail went. Hopefully we need a hammer.
Look at that. Wow.
You see how
job, Pat.
you see how tight that goes in?
Yeah, no
Watch
kidding.
this. I mean, watch.
Oh my goodness.
He likes to hit things with hammer.
Yeah, there you go. That's beefy.
That is beefy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could walk around and take that beam with you. But you see, that's the first time he's ever cut with a dove. Look how tight that joint is that he made.
That's beautiful.
Nice work, Pat.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you. I can't believe it. Yeah, that's tight. You want me to? Yeah.
I think you could just stay there, Dan.
There you go.
Once she breaks free, she breaks free. That's
Wow.
how tight that's going to hold together.
That's just unbelievable.
Beautiful timber tools.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how tight that is. Holy mackerel.
It's probably a smidge tighter, too, because
Yeah.
the way we cut it.
Yeah.
How do your
But you
arms
see-
feel?
No, it's all right. Yeah.
All right.
I can't imagine doing 20 of them.
Well, you know, you just do one, do something else.
Yeah, there you go.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We do 20.
Oh, we just knock them all out.
I don't even
We're
like to
trying-
bring the router out unless there's 20.
Yeah,
So,
that's great.
I mean, that's really how they should set. And
Yeah.
you leave them to dry just a little bit. If you're doing big, long joists, you just put them in, let them dry. You can see how this is wet in the middle.
Oh,
of
yeah,
this.
yeah, it's wet.
But that's how tight that bad boy is.
Unbelievable.
I like doing that again,
I know
Jay.
you do.
Let's take it out.
Comes out a little bit better. First time.
You've been in there before.
And that's how they do it in Timbertown.
Put these in your pocket so that your jig has 4 screws.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, I had 2 glorious days with my new friend, Pat Jennings, and we've actually covered quite a bit of stuff, going over the dovetail cabin, building the cabin frame, building the rafters, and we even got able to do a couple dovetail joists. Because as you saw, he bought everything that he had here. So how did you enjoy your time up here?
Well, getting to be able to use the tools and actually being able to use them, and it's epic. It's to be able to come here and enjoy it. Thank you guys both for the time here.
We greatly
appreciate
appreciate you, man. He drove already 13 hours to meet us at Bunyan. I thought it was nothing but fair to come here and have a little 2 guys timber time for himself.
A lot of fun.
Join the membership, fellas. Maybe your turn's next.
Is it worth it, Pat? I don't know.
Yeah, it is worth it.
Is
It's
it worth
great.
it, Pat?
It's great. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Pat.